here's what I want to talk about for the topic today. I couldn't help. So someone sent me this. I believe Tim sent this in as a story he wanted to talk about. And we're going to talk about it. And then it's going to lead into my question for today. So a NASA engineer did this. This former NASA engineer just spent 6 months designing the glitter bomb of nightmares. Mark Rober used to work at NASA and helped design the Curiosity rover, but he left that job to pursue a higher calling, glitter bombing people who steal packages from his front porch. And while you're at it, get off his lawn. So Rober's now a YouTube star. I got to get some tips from him. See, it turns out all I had to do to really reach star level status, make a bunch of glitter bombs, which I don't know how to do. So anyway, this guy was getting frustrated that delivery packages were getting stolen from his front porch, so he came up with a way to deter the people who were doing it. Over a painstaking 6 months of development, he figured out a way to douse the would-be robbers in glitter and fart spray and capture the whole thing on camera. He was inspired by the movie Home Alone and filled out a fake shipping label on the package, similar to Macaulay Culkin's character Kevin McAllister. So I guess what he did was he left his package on the porch, like he left that fake package on the porch, and really it's not a fake package at all. It's a glitter bomb, so if a thief takes it, they're going to be subject to a glitter bomb. Man, that is something. And there's some fart spray too, which makes it really a double whammy. Now here's my question for the day. So I get the package theft is a theme, and it's something that we all deal with the holiday season. But most thieves, so what I'm assuming he does here, I'm assuming he leaves it on the stoop, and it's in front of any other packages he may receive. So if somebody tries to take a package, they get the fart glitter bomb. I get that. But here's my question, and this is just honest curiosity. If you're leaving a package out all the time, aren't you more likely to attract thieves in the first place that you may not have gotten otherwise? I get it, people steal packages, that sucks. But I feel like in most cases, people that want to steal stuff, like usually criminals of that kind of persuasion, people that are just looking to do petty theft and stuff like that, they're usually not the most, like they're not looking to do a lot of work. They're not looking to do much. They want something easy and quick. That's why if you leave something out of value that's visible in your car, you're more likely to, you're more susceptible to theft. If you leave your car doors unlocked, you're more susceptible to theft. So it's one of those things, if you leave a package out all the time, aren't you going to be more likely to have somebody try to take that? Like, why, like for me, neither me or my fiance have a typical 9 to 5. So we get, whenever packages get delivered here, chances are it's not going to be out for a super long time because both of us keep kind of weirder hours. So we're more likely to kind of be not necessarily in and out all the time because we will be, but we're more likely to just sort of, I don't think that the package will stay out a super long time is what I'm saying. But if you're leaving a package out 24/7, it's almost like you're more likely, like it almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Am I off? Does that make sense? And Joseph brings that up. Joseph says, maybe, but what if the package arrives when you aren't home? Yeah, I know. I understand. Like, that happens. But what I'm saying is, it's a matter of time. Like, let's say there's a thief walking around the neighborhood going, I want to steal some packages. And they notice that one house always has a package out. Always has a package out. And they're like, that place always has a package out. So they go and they steal a package. Maybe they notice there's a couple packages there and they're able to take all of them. One of those packages is the fart glitter bomb, but the other handful of packages are actual presents, and they never would have came to that door in the first place if they hadn't noticed the fart glitter bomb that was there 24/7. They noticed the fart glitter bomb on Monday. On Wednesday, they robbed the place. There happened to be a bunch of real presents sitting out there on Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like it's like it almost is a self-fulfilling prophecy by leaving a fart glitter bomb out 24/7. I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. Like, because that would be my thing. I'd be like, well, they're going to notice this package 24/7. So if they're looking to be a thief, then they're more likely to come to my place. So would you guys use the fart glitter bombs? Brian Jeffries, NSA dude's neighbor. Yeah, that package has been sitting out there for like a week. I'll just put it on their porch. Dear God, why? I think you have to like legit open it. You know what I mean? Like you have to like actually open it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe word will get around and they will stop hitting that house. Degrees in Defiance says. Word will get around. I don't know, man. I mean, I have no idea if thieves have like a network. Like they're just like, hey, just so you know, fart glitter bomb house is 321 Main Street. Don't do it. That's where fart glitter lives. You might get a fart glitter bomb if you rob them. Omar says, gotta make it a habit to bring packages in right away. Can't even leave a bike in front of your door for 5 minutes without it being stolen. That sucks if your bike got stolen. I'm really sorry to hear that. And I get you. It's just sometimes that's hard. I mean, sometimes people are at work when packages get delivered. And, you know, sometimes you can't help it. So Anthony adds to this. He said he had stuff stolen from him, and he also gave it to his neighbor who had stuff stolen from them as well. So he's more solving the problem than trying to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Understandable. Yeah, I get it. Like, he was dealing with theft in the first place. Now, did he pass around the fart glitter bombs to the entire neighborhood? Did everybody get a fart glitter bomb and be like, please leave this out? Because then you're going to be doing something effective. If it's like the whole neighborhood loaded with fart glitter bombs, a thief would just be like, I'm going to a different neighborhood because I've gotten 4 fart glitter bombs this week. I smell like farts and I'm covered in glitter. Everybody's going to know who I am, too. You see somebody walking around, you're like, they smell bad, they have glitter on their face. I bet this is our thief. So I get it. I mean, I see both sides of it. I'm just saying, if it was me and I was just one dude, I don't know if I'd do that as a precautionary measure. Because I'd be like, well, I'm going to, like, they're going to see this all the time. You know what I mean? You're more like, if you're a thief, you're more likely to go to a place where you're seeing stuff out there all the time. So I don't know. Celeste says, ask a neighbor to watch out. Man, I got to be honest. I don't know any of my neighbors. And that's kind of a reflection of our time, I feel like. If you ever read the book Bowling Alone by Robert Putnam, it's a really cool read. I recommend it. And it talks about how we kind of have just lost our sense of community in so many ways. And we don't really connect with our neighborhood anymore. In fact, you know what? Let me do this before I move on to other things. I want to ask one more question. Who here knows their neighbors? And when I say know your neighbor, I don't mean like you know their name, you say hello. I mean like you know your neighbor. You guys do stuff sometimes on the reg. You know a little bit about them. Maybe you know where they work. You trust them to bring in a package for you. How many of you can say you have that kind of relationship with your neighbors? I'm curious. I hope a lot of you do. Frederick does. Project Redfoot says my neighbor sucks. I guess Pat Hacker does. Omar, no one talks here. Maybe one neighbor. Everyone else is scared of each other. Tim, anywhere my wife and I move, the first thing we do is introduce ourselves to our neighbors. They come over. We help them with stuff. Good for you. I don't think that's super common anymore, Tim. And good for you to keep that kind of thing alive. MS, my neighbors are assholes. Sorry to hear that. I mean, I say hi to everybody. Everyone seems very nice. I just don't really know anybody. Pro Center knows their neighbors. Long Beach, 20 years, and we have only spoken passing. So it looks like we're about 50-50. That's actually better than I thought, to be honest. Slow news day, they know their neighbors. Mike S., my neighbor runs inside every time he sees me. Corey, nope, and I live in a fairly large city. Well, I feel like you're less likely to know your neighbors in a large city. Like, if I had to say, like, where are you more likely to know your neighbors? I feel like in a smaller town, you're more likely to connect because I just feel like it's just more exciting to connect with like-minded people when you're in a small town. Like, when I lived in Bloomington, Indiana, when I went to college and then a little bit after college, people, like, you know, I did stuff at the community radio station, and that was like a place where you would meet a lot of the more, you know, kind of free-thinking, hippie, lefty people that lived in the neighborhood. And people were a little more outgoing. Like, they were like, hey, where do you know, what's your deal? How long you been in town? Because it's just more exciting when you meet like-minded people when you don't live in as big of a place. You know what I mean? My neighbor threatens to call the cops every time I start up my bike. Why? That's weird. Slow news day. Bloomington's community radio had the sweetest Sunday bluegrass show. You know what? As of the last time I was there, which is going back over 10 years now, but as of over 10 years ago, it was still a thing. David says, I want to order a fart glitter bomb from Amazon, but I'm worried the package will get stolen. Ha! Love it. Hi, Marcia. How are you? All right, let's move on. So that's pretty cool, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised that about half of you have a good relation and a good close relationship with your neighbors, and about half don't. I feel like that's better than normal. Like, I feel like the average would be maybe about 30% of people, maybe, actually know their neighbors. It's just not as common a thing anymore. Watson, thank you for your Super Chat contribution. Package thieves follow the delivery truck from depot. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not. I wouldn't know. I'm sure some do. I'd imagine some don't. Cool. Watson, you're scaring me. Why are you such an expert on how thieves work? Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron.